this is Katie. Thank you for joining me again on the My Senses, My Space podcast. And today I wanted to share some of my thoughts on what is right or correct and what is wrong. I've been thinking a lot about this because I recently saw a video watching a woman use a sponge the right way. And it is actually called that. And I'm not faulting the person that did the video at all, but it brought up a lot of thoughts in my head when I saw this. And the main thought was about how we look at things and assume there is a correct way to use them. And in the last at least decade of my life, I find the most intriguing thing is looking at things that are common items all around us and using them in completely new ways. There may be percentages of people that use things a typical way, right? We can look at it that way of okay, these people, for the majority, use something in this way. But there's all these other people using things differently and coming up with ways to solve their spatial problems, cleaning problems, any kind of objects in their space, like correcting or improving their space in kind of out of the box ways. So I want you to really think about how you can look at things and see something in a completely new way. When I am working with clients and they are organizing their spaces, the first thing I say is don't go out and buy a bunch of organizers and have your things fit those organizers. I actually say the reverse of you're taking everything out, you're editing everything down, and then you're actually seeing in the items that are left, how they exist in space. So what I mean is if you see that you have a bunch of pens and you think about how you're going to be retrieving and using those pens, are they better horizontal, like in a tray, or are they better vertical in a cup or some kind of thing that organizes your pens vertically? And sometimes you just can't see these things until you've edited down and you realize, oh, if I put these just in a different orientation, a different spot, something else completely, I am going to be able to use my space even better. So it may not even just be how you are retrieving the items, but where they are located. And so when you're seeing okay, so I have this big box of paints that I need to organize, and you see what's left after you've edited down, you can see that, oh, I think I need a box about this big, with a little bit more space to grow, right? Because we always are buying some new supplies for our creative endeavors, and having that space and thinking, okay, I need a box that's plastic or wooden or made out of something else. You can actually start visualizing those things after you have pared down your items and see the actual items and start thinking about how your hands are going to interact with the items and with your everyday use of them. So don't limit yourself to what you think is right and correct and is labeled as this can only be used to hold straws. You can put pencils in there. You can put all kinds of things in there that are vertical, right? And try to think of things as being used in a completely different way. It's kind of amazing what your brain will come up with. So until next time, thank you for joining me on the My Senses, My Space podcast.